Hey guys, how's life going on there? How are you today? You know what? I'm thinking actually if you're already tired of using the rotating potentiometer, the volume control of your DIY power amplifier, and you would like to change that to something modern like increasing the volume or decreasing the volume on a touch of a push button switch, that you can do it right now. Probably in the future, you can probably use a touch on a touch screen, and that would be awesome. I know, guys, I learned and I'm not deaf about it. I know that there is an ongoing debate and it's continuous discussion about the use of a digital volume control over the analog potentiometer type. All what I'm saying is that if you want to make a change, if you want to change the way you control your DIY power amplifier, you wanted to change from the rotating potentiometer into a push button one, then you are in the right channel. So keep watching. It's free. It's definitely free for now. So keep watching. Hi, my name is Ferdinand Dandy, and I'm one of the guys who developed the DR100 concept project, an integrated digital Class D power amplifier for the purpose of DIY learning, shareware, and courseware. So let me just take a look at some reason why me and my fellow DIYers don't want to implement a digital volume control and still stick to make use of this rotating potentiometer. I actually have this one. This is a B-type potentiometer with a center top. One of the reasons that I can think of right now is that it's complex to implement. It's not user-friendly. When I say complex, it means it's more hardware. Not just like this potentiometer in here. You just got one piece and this one is cheap. And if you want a digital volume control, you may need a dedicated IC like the TDA7449 or the TDA7449L. You definitely need a microcontroller to drive it with the I2C protocol. You will need an EEPROM to save the last volume setting, and you may need an LCD or an LED to display the level of the volume, the last volume setting. And that makes it complicated, and it is costly as well. Well, that's it on the hardware side. When you are talking about I2C protocol, you definitely need a microcontroller to drive the dedicated digital volume control IC. And that is not so simple to do for a normal hobbyist, a DIYers. I was there before actually, and it's a pain actually to learn a microcontroller programming, especially at those times there is no much internet. And that's really a pain, not only in the idea, but it's pain in the heart also. I don't know if you can understand that one, but definitely it's a real world experience. And the other one, which is the real world performance of a digital volume control, is that it adds a digital bit stream which add impurities to the signal, to the analog signal. And some people consider that as really, really unacceptable because it will going to impure the analog signal. So what is meant by that is that for this potentiometer, no matter this is an A-type for the logarithmic or the B-type for the linear one, which is commonly used in our DIY environment, there seems no way that you can introduce a distortion in here. You can introduce a limited bandwidth, a frequency response, or there is no pace changes. Unlike when you're going to make use of a digital volume control, you will going to limit some kind of frequency response. You will introduce also a form of distortion. and you probably change the phase of the signal, the input or the output probably lags the input by a certain millisecond or microsecond, which is not possible in this potentiometer. So those are actually a real-world response of a digital volume control, which is on the point of view, especially those hi-fiers, purists, or audiophile, it's really not good. It adds a kind of unwanted signal to the original signal from our music source. But you know, guys, in a DIY world, it seems that we never stop, we never just keep it within our comfort zone. We keep exploring, we keep looking for something. We wanted our DIY amplifier to perform better. You know, we keep going back and then testing, improving, and that's the reason why I thought that somebody out there, my fellow DIYers, probably would like to implement a digital volume control, a touch and a push button on the front panel of your amplifier, and probably you wanted also a very powerful HMI, or that so-called human-machine interface, where you can able to display something, information, like what I'm doing, to display the picture of my Nathan baby. Sometimes it's very noisy actually. Sometimes it conveys information that is related to the operation of the amplifier, like power on, power off, and so on and so forth. So long story short, if you are one of the guy who is looking an improvement for your DIY made power amplifier, then you are really in the right channel, because I created actually a tutorial on how to make use of a digital volume control, and I have already series 1 to 12 that will walk you to make your own digital volume control. So what about those impurities that is being introduced in using a digital volume control? Well, I have my test actually, and with the use of the TDA7449, which is an entry-level IC. It's not the top-notch IC, and based on this result, the real-world result, and the real-world sonic performance, for me personally, I can accept that. I know that there is a distortion in there, like 0.04 at 1 volt RMS output. And the way I judge it is that this is a real-world limitation, a kind of design limitation. And based on my subjective sonic quality, I don't hear them. And the total result I'm telling to you right now is that I am happy to use a digital volume control, and those about impurities like distortion, limited frequency response, frequency loss on the low end of the audio frequency, like the 20 Hz to 40 Hz, then I can forgive the design limitation for that. And that is the reason why I am happy to use a digital volume control. So that's a DIYer's point of view of using a digital volume control over the traditional potentiometer. And you know, guys, as a DIYers, we really like to explore, to find things that make us happy. We enjoy the process. Of course, we have our own likes and dislikes. So if you're still happy of using your potentiometers, go on, go use it and be happy of using it. If you would like to do some kind of improvement and you want to learn new things like microcontroller programming to control your digital volume control, your power amplifier protections, and so on and so forth, go ahead. That is awesome. That's an additional knowledge that you can pour it of being a DIYers, and that's really awesome. Very good for that. Go for it, guys. I would like to thank everyone for subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat sa inyong suporta. It's Ferdinand and you once again, and if you like this video, you might consider to subscribe. By subscribing, actually, you are helping me to keep my channel to grow and keep growing with more tutorials on DIY audio. Click the notification bell so that when I posted a new video, you will be alerted. Go on guys, share this video to our DIY audio friends. If you have some clarification, let me know on the comment below. Bye for now and see you in the next video. This will going to make me visit tonight the TPA 3255, the big brother. This is the TPA 3250.